Welcome back. Today, we're tackling one of the most vital parts of plant care, watering. Getting the right amount can be tricky for beginners, but we've got you covered. From picking the best soil and containers to spotting signs of overwatering and underwatering, this guide will help you water like a pro. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for tips to grow healthy, vibrant plants. 1. Understanding your plant's needs. Each plant is unique and has specific watering needs, which can vary greatly depending on its natural habitat. For instance, succulents and cacti thrive in arid climates and are adapted to store water for long periods, meaning they need very infrequent watering. On the other hand, tropical plants like ferns and orchids are accustomed to high humidity and frequent rainfall, so they require more consistent watering. By researching each plant's origin and natural environment, you'll have a much better sense of its preferred moisture levels. Matching your plant care to these needs will help your plants grow stronger, healthier, and more resilient, reducing the chances of watering mistakes. 2. Signs of overwatering. Overwatering is one of the most common mistakes in plant care and often leads to root rot, which can be fatal. Common signs of overwatering include yellowing leaves, especially those near the bottom of the plant, which can indicate that the roots are struggling to absorb oxygen. Leaves that feel mushy, soft, or discolored are also key indicators of overwatering, as excess moisture prevents proper oxygen flow to the roots. Other signs to watch out for are mold on the soil surface, a sour or musty odor, and wilting leaves despite the soil being wet. Regularly checking for these symptoms can help you catch problems early and make necessary adjustments to your watering habits. 3. Understanding drainage needs. Proper drainage is essential to plant health because it prevents water from pooling at the bottom of the pot, where it can cause root rot and damage. Always ensure that your pots have drainage holes, which allow excess water to escape and prevent the roots from sitting in waterlogged soil. Using saucers to catch any overflow is a good practice, but be sure to empty them regularly to avoid standing water. Adding a layer of rocks, gravel, or pumice at the bottom of the pot can further improve drainage, especially for plants that require dry soil. For drought-resistant plants like succulents, using a soil mix that includes sand or perlite helps the water drain quickly and reduces the risk of overwatering. 4. The importance of soil type. The type of soil you use directly impacts how water is absorbed and retained, which makes it crucial for proper plant care. Cactus soil, for instance, is sandy and porous, allowing water to drain quickly and keeping succulents dry, while tropical plants need soil that retains moisture without becoming soggy. Peat moss and coconut coir are common additives that help retain moisture, making them ideal for plants that require a consistently moist environment. Heavy clay soils tend to retain water for longer periods, which is beneficial for some plants but can be detrimental to those that need drier conditions. Changing your soil type to match each plant's requirements can prevent issues related to water retention and root rot. 5. How to check soil moisture properly. Checking soil moisture before watering is essential for preventing both overwatering and underwatering. One simple way to do this is by inserting your finger about an inch deep into the soil. If it feels dry at that level, it's usually time to water. For larger plants or those in deep pots, a moisture meter can give you a more accurate reading and help you make better watering decisions. Soil moisture meters measure moisture levels at different depths, ensuring that you're not adding water to an already moist root zone. By checking the soil's moisture level regularly, you create a system that prevents guesswork and reduces the risk of root rot. 6. The role of humidity. Humidity plays an important role in plant health as it affects how much water plants absorb and retain between waterings. Many tropical plants, like ferns and orchids, naturally grow in high humidity environments where they absorb moisture from the air, reducing their need for frequent watering. In contrast, plants that prefer arid climates, like succulents, are suited to low humidity environments and don't require additional moisture. If you live in a dry climate, misting your plants or using a humidity tray can create a microenvironment that helps maintain the right moisture balance for your plants. Be cautious with high humidity in poorly ventilated areas, as it can lead to mold or mildew on the soil surface. 7. Seasonality in watering. Plants have different water requirements based on the seasons, reflecting their natural growth cycles. In spring and summer, plants are in an active growth phase and require more frequent watering due to higher water use and evaporation rates. However, during fall and winter, most plants enter a dormancy phase where their growth slows down, reducing their need for water. Overwatering during dormancy can easily lead to root rot, as plants absorb water much more slowly. Adjusting your watering schedule to the seasons helps your plants stay healthy and prevents the risks associated with overwatering during low growth periods. 8. Using the soak and dry method. The soak and dry method is highly effective, especially for plants that are prone to root rot, like succulents and cacti. This method involves thoroughly watering the plant until water drains out of the bottom, then allowing the soil to dry completely before the next watering. By soaking the plant fully, you ensure that the entire root system receives water, which encourages deeper root growth. Once the soil dries out, the roots can take in oxygen and remain healthy. This technique not only reduces the risk of overwatering but also mimics the natural rainfall cycles that drought-resistant plants experience. The soak and dry method is a simple yet powerful approach for plants that need to dry out between waterings, leading to stronger and more resilient growth. 9. Avoiding little and often watering. One common mistake for beginners is watering plants little and often, which can lead to shallow root systems and unhealthy plants. When plants are given small amounts of water frequently, only the top layer of soil gets moist, causing roots to remain near the surface where they dry out quickly. This makes the plant less stable and more vulnerable to drought-like conditions. Instead, opt for deep, thorough watering that saturates the soil and encourages the roots to grow deeper, where they can access moisture over longer periods. Watering deeply but less frequently promotes strong root development, which supports healthy and resilient growth, especially for larger plants that need a stable base. 10. Establishing a watering schedule. Setting a consistent watering schedule can be an excellent way to manage plant care without overwhelming yourself. Many plants do well with a weekly or bi-weekly schedule, but it's important to adapt this routine based on each plant's needs and environmental changes. Setting reminders or marking your calendar to check each plant's moisture levels can prevent overwatering and keep your care routine organized. Even with a schedule, always check the soil to make sure watering is necessary, as factors like seasonal changes in humidity can impact moisture levels. Thanks for joining our guide on proper plant watering. We hope these tips help take the guesswork out and give your plants exactly what they need. Each plant is unique, so finding the right balance is key. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more plant care tips. Here's to a thriving garden happy growing, and see you next time.